Hello, beautiful. I am Lisa DeLigori with Simple Beauty Minerals, clean, effective, natural beauty, and a smaller, more personal beauty brand, as you already know. And today we're going to talk about some little hair in my lip gloss. Has that ever happened to you? It drives me nuts, right? We're going to be talking about eye makeup brushes. Lots of fun today. I'm going to try to make this as streamlined as possible because I think makeup brushes can be really confusing. And for a good reason, because there are so many options. And that's great. Makeup brushes are fun. They're tools for fun makeup. It's all good. But it gets confusing and then we end up with too many and then it gets even more confusing. So I want to try to streamline it, keep it as simple as possible. And help maybe you clear out some of those masses of brushes you've collected over the years, or possibly help you to add on what you need. All right, so we're gonna just go through first, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through the essentials that you need. There are only 2 that you have to have if you're getting started, and then you can build from there. And we're gonna keep it to a bare minimum. And you can always add on later, right? All right. So the 2 brushes that you need, and yes, I know I have 3 in my hand, which I will explain in a moment. You need an eye shading brush, a flat brush that will lay down your eyeshadow. And this can be used for many things. So this is if you're just getting started and you want the bare minimum of eyeshadow brushes. And if you have more brushes, you want to make sure that you have these in your collection, okay? A flat eye shading brush and a fluffy blending brush. Ooh, that's fun. Now, I have 2 in the shop. You can use either one. And they both do different things. Ultimately, when you start to really get a good collection of eye makeup brushes, you may want 2 of each one as a dedicated for light and dark, dedicated for certain things. For example, I use this now dedicated mostly for my concealer brush with my loose powder concealers. And this one I have 2 for various reasons, but always one just is for blending. All right, so these, let's just call them these 2. The eye shading brush, whoops, the flat one, and the fluffy blending brush, the crucial makeup brushes that everyone needs. And let's just go over how we would use these. So the eye shading brush can be used in a lot of different ways. If you only had these 2, you're on a desert island and you only have 2 makeup brushes, 2 eye makeup brushes, these or those. Okay, so the first thing is, okay, I have on my eyes, on my lid, I have Simple Basics. I have a brand new pot here, so I'm going to open up the little tab. Easier said than done. I just broke off the little yellow thing and there we go. I'm trying to grab a hold of it. Okay, so I'm gonna tap some into the lid. This is Simple Basics. It's a beige, a creamy matte beige. Then I'm gonna pick up some color with the shadow brush and now I'm going to place it with the flat shadow brush. You can use it on your lid, which I'm gonna show you. You can use it on under your brow bone. I'll show you that too. You can use it under your eyes as a liner. You can use it as a crease brush. Remember, you only have 2 right now, so this is how flexible this brush is. You flip it different ways to make it do its various jobs. Okay, so I'm gonna lay it down. My arm is in my own way. And press the color on my lid. That's how I use it on the lid. Now I also want to put a little color under my brow. So I would take Whisper, which is a lighter white, and I'm gonna take some pigment on the tip, and I'll go over here, and I'm gonna just go under the brow for highlight. Let me get a little bit more. So you see how you can use this for multi-functions. I'm not doing a good job of opening these shadows. There we go. So I'm gonna put a little Whisper in the lid, pick up some on the edge, and put some directly under the brow for highlight to open up the eye. Okay, so now we've placed it on the lid, we put some under the brow. We can also use it as a liner. So we can dip it into your whatever color you're using as your liner, and you could do a liner using the tip. So see this one brush. Now, where the trouble comes in is you don't really want to mix the light and the dark colors because it's going to get mixed on your eyes. So you really want, if you only have the one so far, you really want to wipe that off in between colors. Ultimately, you want a dedicated light, and I label mine dedicated light and a dedicated dark in your eye shading brush. Okay, so good. Now the fluffy blending brush, oh, I forgot. We also use this, we can use it for the crease color. Because it's the only brush we have, we're just pretending, right? So I'm gonna dip some into Soft Touch, which is what I'm wearing today. And I'm gonna put it in the crease, mostly using the tip. Okay. And then I'm gonna pick up the other brush that we have, the fluffy blending brush, and I'm just gonna window wiper it, blend everything together. 2 brushes. Now, as you get on, I know you probably have more brushes than this, but that was just what I wanted to cover right there. Now we want to add the crease and smudge. You want a crease brush, and these are also really great for smudging. So I'll show you on the other eye how I would use this. Now you've added another brush. I'm gonna dip it into Soft Touch, and I'm gonna go in the crease over here. Make sure you can see. And again, I'm just going right into the socket. Now, if you have, I'll do some over here too. If you have hooded eyes, you want to bring it up higher. Remember, you're gonna cheat. You're gonna cheat the look and just bring it up higher, okay? And just go back and forth. This brush, although this works, once you really get going, you want more makeup brushes, you want a crease brush. What I want you to do, I'm gonna pause here for a moment, is gather your makeup brushes and put them into 3 piles. This is gonna help you clarify and clear out the clutter. Make a pile of brushes that you reach for all the time, and then a pile of brushes that you're not sure maybe you reach from once in a while, and then a 3rd pile of brushes that you really don't ever reach for. And set that 3rd pile, put that 3rd pile away, put it in a bag, set it aside, see if you miss it. Okay, if you do decide you want another makeup brush, check that pile first, right? Okay, so there we go. Now that's your crease. Okay, you can also use this as a smudge under eyeliner, or a smudge here, which I'll show you. Okay, so this is also an essential, but after you've got these 2 and you're ready to move on. Crease and smudge. Okay, now, this one is also fluffy, but it's angled. So this is great for taking, I'm going to use Soft Touch today. It's good for a couple of things. It's good for if you're wearing a transition color, using the transition color right there, swiping in. It's also good for emphasis color on the corner, and you would just dab. It's got that angle. So you're going to use the angle to get it in the right spot. And then if you want more color, you just go up, because you might have hooded eyes. You want more color, go up onto the brow bone, place more color. And you're going to dab until you get as much as you want. Okay? And it's angled so you can play with that triangle there at the edge of the eyes. Okay, at the corner of the eyes. And remember the fluffy blending brush? You're going to use this all the time. This is going to be a favorite. You're going to then blending everything, okay? And you don't worry about spending too much time blending. You could spend a lot of time blending and it wouldn't be too much, okay? All right, how about liners and brow? Okay, the next 2 brushes that are essential is a fine angled slanted brush. So this can be used for your brow powder, and I have Middle Earth on today with a touch of Deep Earth and slanted brush, okay, for the brows. All right, but you can also use it under your eye with whatever color you're lining with. And then once you get the line on with the fine liner, fine angled liner, you can go in with the crease and smudge brush and smudge it out. Okay? I know this is really simplistic, but sometimes we got to just break it down to the basic elements and show the variety of ways that each brush can be used. You can also use this to angle here, go in at the base of your lashes as a liner and pull it out into a cat eye. Or just fill in the base of your lashes to give the lusher look for your lashes using a darker liner, powder. And our brushes are synthetic and vegan, and they can be used for creams, powders, and liquids. They work fabulous for all of them. Okay, the other great, this is a new one in the shop. This is the straight line, fine point liner. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I've been doing without this all this time. So this works great to put a liner at the base of your lashes here, and also to do a wing if you want. Now, remember the tape trick? It works great with the tape trick. Okay, and you just get some color in there and you work it in base of the lashes, and it works so well to get that liner right where you want it. This is fabulous. So a couple of different liner options. One works as brow, has multi-functions. This too, but really great for the base of the lashes. So let me see if I've got everything there. Yep. What I wanted to say about this is it's a streak-free glide along your lash line. I love that. That just explains it so well. What else might I have forgotten? Okay, so also, not necessarily eye makeup per se, but concealer. So what I often do as I'm applying my makeup, and I might have taken my angled brush and applied makeup, you know, the corner there, the triangle for emphasis on the eye. Then I'll take my concealer brush, flat concealer brush. It's different than the eye shading brush. It's bigger, a bigger head. Do you see that? Okay. And I take this, and it already has some concealer on it. So I used it earlier, and I brush it up and bring anything up that might have fallen down by covering it with some more concealer. Okay, and then would take, if you like to use a liquid concealer, the blurring brush is blurring amazing. Okay, so you take this, you dab your liquid concealer on, and then you just dab and twirl, and it gives the most beautiful coverage. You can also use this, we're straying away from eyes now, but you can also use this to blur highlighter if you use a liquid highlighter. Even try it with a powder. All these brushes work with liquid creams and powders. So we've added on to our essential brushes. Wait, where is it? Okay, there's our essential brushes. You need a fluffy blending, and you need a flat shadow. And then we've added on liners and brow. Okay, and crease and smudge, as well as the slanted fluffy brush, which gives a nice emphasis on the corner. And then your concealer and blurring brushes for finishing touches. All right. Do create your piles. Let me know how that goes. Send me photos. Create your piles. One for brushes that you reach for all the time. Keep those. Put them on your vanity or wherever you keep your brushes. I like to keep mine like that, right on my vanity, so they're easily accessible. And then make your pile of brushes that you reach for once in a while, set those aside, and then the brushes that you never reach for anymore, don't get rid of them yet. Put them aside and see if you ever really need them. And then when you're thinking about a new brush that you might want to add to your collection, check that collection first. All right. Thank you so much for sharing part of your day with me. Again, I'm Lisa DeLigori with Simple Beauty Minerals, and I'm here most every Wednesday with a live stream tutorial. And if you are watching on Facebook, please give a like and a follow and hit notifications so that you're sure to get notified of when we go live every time. And make sure to also follow us on YouTube at Simple Beauty Minerals.